morning, Madam.
Kindly stand up for the prayer. Mary June, kindly lead the prayer.
Please hold our presence in God, in the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Our Father, holy be your name, your kingdom come, your will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us today our daily bread, and forgive us our sins, as we forgive those who sin against us. Do not bring us into test, but deliver us from evil.
Okay, class, kindly arrange the chairs first. So, before you sit down, we will have our energizer first. So, Arjun, here.
Yes.
Let's do the energizer. So, put your right hand in, put your right hand out, put your right in and shake it all around. Dance a boogie, turn around. That's how we go around. Hula hula, hula hula hula, hula hula hula, hula hula. Okay, kindly sit down. Okay, are you all energized?
Yes, Madam.
Okay, now I'll check your attendance first. So, J. Mariel,
Present.
Rosalie,
Present, Madam.
Jenny,
Present, Madam.
Aika,
Present, Madam.
okay, so I think nobody's absent. So, what was our lesson last time? Okay, now, what was our last topic?
So, Madam, our last topic is all about the diversity of life. So, it was discussed by Miss Rafa.
Okay, thank you. Kindly clap your hands for Marijun. Okay, now we'll have an activity. This is called quick draw. This is just for our motivation. Okay. So pair up yourselves. Now go find your pair. Okay, that's it. We have paired. So the instruction is one student in each pair will be the describer and the other will be the drawer. So do you understand the instruction?
Yes, Madam.
So the describer is given an object or word. It could be related to the lesson or something random for fun which they have to describe to the drawer without directly mentioning what it is. So go, pair up. Now that's it. So what have you drawn?
So, we draw a heart, Madam, or puso.
Okay, you got it all correct. So now let's move on to our activity. So are you all guys excited?
Yes, we are.
Okay, so I'll group you into three. So this would be the group 1, 2, and 3. So go on, go to your partner, your group. So I will give you an activity card. So here's for group 1, and here's for group 2, and for group 3. So now, inside the activity card are jumbled details for a technical document. All you have to do is arrange the piece according to its order and discuss the effectiveness of their arrangement. Okay. Okay, now time is up. So kindly present here what you have formed or what is your piece all about.
So, we have a user manual.
Okay, so that's it. Thank you everybody for participating. Now, I have some questions, and if you guys will participate on this, you will have a prize. So, first question. What do you find most challenging or interesting about the activity? Can you share any specific observations or insights that stood out to you?
Well, Madam, it was quite fun, and it was really fun because we use our brain to analyze in order to fix or connect all those letters. Yeah, it was fun.
Okay, now, thank you. Does the document have an effective introduction that sets the context? Okay, thank you. Let's clap our hands for her. So how is the information organized within the document? Is it easy to follow? Okay, Ms. J. Mariel.
Yes, Madam.
Okay, thank you for your answer. So that's correct. Let's clap our hands. So, how does the organization of information in the analyzed document contribute to its overall readability and ease of understanding for the intended audience? So, Rosalie, kindly stand up. Okay, very good. Let's clap our hands for her. So, last. This is for Mr. Romnick. Can you identify any specific aspects of the arrangement that make the document more accessible and user-friendly?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Let's clap our hands for everybody. Thank you. So now, let's move on to our learning objectives. So we have the learning objectives for this topic. So first is knowledge. Understand the significance of arranging information in a structured manner and technical writing. Skills. Learn the techniques for arranging information in a structured way and technical writing. And for attitude, we have developed an appreciation for the impact of well-arranged information on the reader's understanding. So that's it. I hope we'll achieve that learning, guys. So, our topic is all about arranging information in a structured way. So, we are the researcher for this topic. I am your facilitator for this time. I am Marlene Bigodev, and I'm with my partner. Come here. Ms. Mary June Ramparas, and today we're going to be discussing all about arranging information in a structured way. So first, what is arranging information? So, arranging information in a structured way helps to form a coherent arrangement of parts that makes sense to the user. It applies both to the arrangement of information within a topic and to the arrangement of two or more topics or how topics fits together. So, arranging of information, it is an organization of information, for it is organizing information plays a vital role in effective communication. You know why? Because if you organize something in a creative way, your intended audience may learn from it, and especially if it is for technical content. So if the user feels the information is important, of course, he is going to read that one. Because isa pa lang galing sa title, which is makita na kung unsa ka-effective ang imong gisite dito, the reader would be encouraged to read that one. So, even if it is poorly written, it states here, even if it's poorly written, so if something or someone could love to read it if you're well organized your technical document. So, but if it's poorly organized, they will never read it. Of course, they will never read it because they wouldn't understand from it. Why would they bother read it if they don't get information out of it? So that's it. So, now let us see how we can arrange the information in a structured way and technical writing. Now, let us proceed to our contents under this technical writing, or the arranging of information in technical writing. So the contents are: stand in the user's shoes, outline a document, introduce a document, proper segregation of topics, complete coverage of topics, follow chronological order, proper table of contents, follow parallelism in information, follow template of designs, and present list items consistently. Now let's stand in the user's shoes. So, what do you think of stand in the user's shoes? What was your idea of this? Okay, thank you for that wonderful answer. So first is stand in the user's shoes. Consider the perspective of the users who will be reading the document. Think about their needs, knowledge level, and what they are looking to gain from the information. Of course, before writing something, you must consider yourself first as a reader so that you could comprehend what you are going to discuss or to write on it. So, by putting yourself in their shoes and asking, does this subject concerns my users and would gain their interest? So you must ask this first so that you could gain insights on what you are going to do in order to create a good technical document. So, write information when you understand and then verify it. Of course, you must only write information that you have understand, because you don't want your readers to misunderstand what you have written on it. So you, as the author, you must know what you have written and you must understand what you have written on that particular technical document, and also verify it if it is good or if it is bad for my intended audience. So keep up with technical changes and maintain consistency of all information about the subject. You must have a consistency of all the information so that your reader would not misunderstand what you have wrote on that particular technical document. So let's move on to outline a document. What is outline a document? So before you start writing, create an outline of the document, of course. First, before you create something, you must create an outline for it so you will know how to write it properly. And for this will help you organize your thoughts and ensure that you cover all the necessary topics. Because outlining, you will know that you have all the necessary thoughts that you are going to put in your topic. So outline can help you group your topics, and if it is structured with high-level outline and determine where more detail is needed, it is much more easier for your reader to comprehend it. It is much more clearer to explain what you have wrote in that certain kind of technical document, just like for user manuals and for technical reports. If it is well outlined, it helps you move topics around before you get down to writing. Before you get down to writing, if you have an outline, then it is so good. And you might find it useful to think of an outline as the narrative for your document. So, isan pa lang ganit sa outline as makita na nato nga pero na dito ang tanang parts sa topic. And now let's move on to introduce a document. So, start with an introduction that provides an overview of what the document covers. Of course, you must always start with an introduction. How would you make a certain kind of technical document if you don't have an introduction? You must always include that one. So this will give readers a clear understanding of what to expect. Of course, because in the introduction, they will know what was your topic or what was this all about, what was your technical document all about. So They won't read it if they can't find relevance in the subject. So you must always put in there the relevance of it. Put the relevance of the subject. Provide introduction that includes what the document covers. So what does this document covers? What prior knowledge do you expect your readers to have? And what the document doesn't cover. So you must always include this one so that you might not confuse your readers. And remember to keep your documentation easy to maintain so that you can avoid misunderstanding. So don't try to cover everything in introduction. You must not always put everything in the introduction because you still have another part of the technical document. So next, we'll have proper segregation of topics. So divide content into sections or chapters to ensure proper segregation of topics. Categorize into three types: task, concept, and reference. So, can you continue reading? Okay, thank you. So this will make it easier for readers to navigate and find the information they need. Of course, you must categorize first your topics. You must have a proper segregation of your topics so that it would be easily written and it would be easily understood by your intended audience readers. So first, it is categorized into three types. First is task, next is concept, and third is reference. So you must structure your information into these discrete topics so that it could be easily analyzed from your readers to internalize what is properly written or proper segregation of the topics that you have written, and they will elaborate what are their understanding about it. It gives you flexibility to reuse the info or any portion of it from a variety of presentations. So, topics are generally short and therefore more searchable, of course, and more likely to provide users with just the information that they need. If you have segregated topics properly, then they will know what are your intended message to them, what are you trying to convey to them, and then they will easily grab the understanding from your certain technical document. And now let's move on to complete coverage of topics. So, Rosalie, kindly read. Okay, thank you. So, make sure to cover all the relevant topics. Of course, you must always make sure that you are covering all the relevant topics. And related, it is much better if it is only related to the subject matter. This will provide readers with a comprehensive understanding of the subject. Of course, if you will provide a subject that was intended for your audience, then they will inherit the knowledge that you have wrote in there. And they will gain a comprehensive understanding out of that subject that you are referring to. So, cover all topics that support users' tasks and only those topics. Of course, you must not include any other topics that was not related to your subject matter. So each topic in as much data as users need to complete the task. Avoid extraneous details. When we say avoid extraneous details, avoid this one if extraneous details because it is having no relevance within the topic. So you must avoid these things. And now let's move on to follow chronological order. So, Marielle, kindly read. Okay, thank you. So, follow chronological order. If there is a logical sequence or order to the information, follow it. Of course, you must always follow the steps. But when you say chronological order, it is the steps. From first, seconds until the last. You must follow it. You must follow it from in order so that you can avoid misuse of something. If it is a user manual, you must always start with the first step down to the last step. So you could use the item properly. So present the information in a way that flows smoothly and makes sense to the readers, of course. So arrange it in chronological order so that the user can relate the information. Of course, you must always relate your users when creating a technical document. You must provide a chronological order for it. So start with simple examples and instructions and add progressive complicated techniques. So for example, tutorial for creating forms. Now, start by explaining how to handle text responses. Of course, you must always start with it first. Next, introduce other techniques to handle multiple choice, images, and other response type. And also, when you say chronological order, it has user manual has this. For example, the step-by-step of this, which is the introduction, installation, setup, usage instruction, troubleshooting, and also the last, which is the maintenance and how to maintain a good production with this certain item. Another example would be scientific research, which is it has an abstract, an introduction, methodology, results, discussion, and the last part is conclusion. Another example which has a chronological order is some technical reports. It has project objectives, methodology, data analysis, findings, and last is recommendations. And that's it for my part. Now I'll give the floor to my partner, Miss Mary Junior Perez, because she will continue the discussion.
Is the continuation of the topic. Proper table of content. Include a table of contents at the beginning of the document. This will serve as a roadmap for readers, allowing them to quickly locate specific sections or topics. So, the proper table of content is really important for us, especially for the readers, for them to easily identify or especially when they're looking for something, they will easily to find the content itself. It will serve that as a guideline and for them to easily find what they want to know about the content. Follow parallelism in information. When presenting similar types of information, follow a consistent format and structure. This will make it easier for readers to compare and understand the information. So the essence or importance of following the parallelism information is for you to have balance, especially in readers, for them to easily understand what is the content is all about. That's it. Follow template designs. If there are established templates or formats for the type of document you are creating, use them as a guide. This will ensure consistency and make document easier to read and understand. So having a clear and well-organized design is important because it will help to maintain consistency for the readers to understand the information easily, just like and also follow the information as well. And just like you are going to following the procedures of the recipe. If there is a correct template designs there, you could easily understand and easily to follow what is the information they are talking about or what they are trying to deliver to you. Follow style guidelines. Adhere to any style guidelines or standards set by your organization or industry. This includes things like formatting, font usage, citation style and language conventions. So, style guidelines also can specify what text to highlight, what tone to use, or what spellings to use. Style guidelines help ensure that writers working on related information do not introduce variation that will create inconsistent presentation. So, following the style guidelines, of course, it's really important with us. So, we could not, we could not include the topics that are not related to it. So, it's really important to follow it for it to be more effective, especially to the readers. You can easily get the information what it's all about. Present list items consistently. If you are using lists or bullet points to present information, make sure to use consistent formatting and punctuation. This will make the document more visually and appealing and easier to read. Also, using a complete sentence for the list lead in sentence and list your style guide specifies that you should use fragments include at least 2 items in the list. So I have example here in presenting of the list items inconsistently. So number 1, use the same format for all the items in the list. Number 2, keep the level of detail consistent across all list items. Make sure that items are related and follow a logical order. So the purpose of the presenting the list items consistency is for the readers to understand it and easier than to read. So it could not give a lot of confusion, especially to the readers. As you can notice, there are bullets over there. So the information, it will give a brief understanding to the readers, and the purpose of that is they could easily understand what is all about, especially the content of the text.
Okay, so guys, that was the end of our discussion. Now, do you guys have any questions?
Clarifications.
Violent reactions?
So no questions, so let's jump on
To
the
our activity. So now, it is only same group activity. So I have grouped you earlier. So just stay on your group because I will assign you a writing test that could apply and arrange information in a structured way. So the scenario for this is, imagine you have been hired as a technical writer for a leading smartphone company. Your task is to create a user manual. So we all know what is a user manual, right? So for their latest smartphone model. The user manual will serve as a comprehensive guide for users to understand and navigate the features and functionalities of the smartphone. So you must include this. Create an outline, consider including sections such as introduction, getting started, basic operations, advanced features, troubleshooting, and frequently asked questions. So in each section, provide a clear and step-by-step instruction in how to perform / utilize specific features of the smartphone. So now, do it, and I'll give you 10 minutes for that activity. So, chop chop, faster, move faster, move faster. Partner, kindly start the timer.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
one. So timer's up. Now present your activity. Okay, go on. Okay, that's it. Very good. Let's give a round of applause for him. So, next group. Okay, very good. Let's give a clap for him. So, last group. Okay, present yours. And that's it. Everyone did their best. Now let's get a round of applause to everybody. Okay. Now let's move on to our.
So for our assessment, guys, this is for the individual activity. Please get a one whole sheet of paper. So I'm going to read the instructions. Please follow the instruction. So take a moment to reflect on the impact, importance, and techniques of arranging information in technical writing. Write a brief reflection addressing the following points. So this is number one, impact. Describe the impact of arranging information in a structured way on the overall effectiveness of a technical document. How does it contribute to the clarity, readability, and comprehension of the content? So number two, importance. Explain why arranging information in a structured way is important in technical writing. Okay, guys. Number three, techniques. Discuss at least two techniques or strategies you have heard. Explain how these techniques contribute to the organization and coherence of the content. So we discussed about the techniques of arranging information. So you just going to choose over there. So number four, personal application. Reflect on how you plan to apply the principles of arranging information in a structured way in your future technical writing projects. Okay, take your time to reflect on each point and provide thoughtful responses. Your reflection should be approximately 150 to 200 words. So guys, I'm going to give you 5 minutes. So are you guys done? So since you're done, please pass it to the center aisle. And thank you. So since we are done with the assessment, so let's jump on the assignment. So I'm going to read again the instructions. So this is the instruction. Choose a real-life technical document that interests you or relates to your professional field. It can be a user manual, a product specification sheet, a technical report, or any relevant document. Ensure that the document is readily available for analysis. Structure your report or presentation in a logical and organized manner to effectively convey your findings. So you guys submit this report or presentation tomorrow.
And that's all for our discussion. Thank you everyone for cooperating. Now for the prizes. For the one who participated earlier, just kindly approach us. So
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you everyone for listening